Hey everyone, Hanny here from SidePro. I want to talk to you about Docker-based deploys. They are a little bit different than the build pack-based deploys that SidePro manages. Let me explain. Let's say I've got a project that I am developing locally. Now, I want to get it online and I need to deploy it somewhere. SidePro supports a variety of sources for deployment. In its simplest form, you can take the local folder that contains your app and with one command, push it to the cloud. This is an example of a local folder deploy. If your app is tracked in a Git repo, you can push it to a remote repo such as GitHub, and from there trigger a deploy directly from GitHub. Both these deployment methods make use of something called build packs. Build packs take your raw source code and figure out how to build your application into a deployable container. Build packs are awesome and very powerful, and I'll be making a video exclusively about them. However, there are circumstances where build packs may not be suitable. For example, if you have certain custom libraries or very specific build steps, or just want greater control about how your app is built, build packs may be less than ideal. So SidePro also supports directly deploying containers, bypassing the build pack process. There are some caveats. Container images need to be published in a container registry, and the image needs to be publicly accessible. We plan on adding private registry support in the future. So let's walk through an example of how to do this. I have this Python application, a very simple one, which I showed in a previous video. It's basically a video processing application where it takes user uploaded videos and then converts them into mobile-friendly format. It has a simple form for submitting the video, and then processes it using these flags to specify the codec, both for the video and audio portions, as well as scale it to 720p, and set a maximum bitrate of 800 for the video and 128K for the audio. And then finally spits it back out to the user. I do need to make a change to this app. Under normal circumstances, Python Flask applications will listen to localhost only, but in the cloud, in order for traffic to be routed to the container, we need to update it to listen to all interfaces with this line. Now I can save this. Now to turn this app into a Docker container, I need to create a Docker file. I have one ready here. Basically uses the Python base image, installs FFmpeg, copy the requirements as well as the rest of the source code, installs all the libraries specified in the requirements text file, tells it that the app is going to be exposed on port 5000, and then run the app. Pretty straightforward. Now I need to build the application. So I need to run docker build, specify the tag, and get going. I'd done this once before, so all the layers were already cached. Next, I need to tag it. In this case, I'm simply tagging Flask Video App to the format of Docker Hub, which is my username / Flask Video App with a tag of latest. Now I need to push it to Docker Hub. And I do so by simply specifying Docker push, Hanny / Flask Video App latest. Okay, now that it's done, I can verify this by going to Docker Hub and refreshing my page. And here's my application in a Docker container. Now, I did not need to use Docker Hub as the registry. I could use any publicly accessible registry, but Docker Hub was the first one that I chose. Okay, now I'm ready to deploy. Before I do so, you need to make sure that you are running the latest version of the SidePro CLI. You need to ensure that you're on at least 1.7.1. Now, I need to run a command to push it to the cloud. There's a few things I need to do. First, for the SidePro push command, I need to specify the container image URL. And in this case, it's the name of the application from the Docker Hub repo. And here I'm specifying a specific SHA hash. This SHA hash ensures that I'm deploying a very specific version of the application, so there's no confusion in case I push other versions with the latest tag. I can find the SHA if I navigate to Docker Hub and click on latest and click on this copy digest. Coming back to the terminal, I paste it in and I can execute from here. But there are a few other steps. Firstly, because the application listens on port 5000, I need to specify that to the platform. So I'm going to specify -- port 5000. Next, because the app does some video processing, I need to give it a little bit more horsepower. So I'm going to specify 4 CPUs and 1 GB of memory. We're currently working on a feature for auto-scaling, so in the future I won't have to specify these options. But for now, I do. Let's get going. Within a few seconds, the application should be deployed, and I can open it up in my browser, and there's the application. Let's give it a try. I'm going to specify this NASA video of the Juno probe dipping into Jupiter from its orbit. Really neat video, but it's at 1080p, so it's a little big for mobile. I'm going to click upload. I can watch the processing step by running SidePro app logs flask video app -f for follow. Let me clear my screen. And we can see it's already begun. There's some improvements I can make to the app, such as giving user feedback, so I'm not just guessing as an end user, as well as not making it synchronous and instead using a worker queue model in order to process this video out of band. But that's for another time. Okay, it's done and actually downloaded to my system already. I can verify the file by running ffprobe, which is an ffmpeg utility. And we can see that it's been resized to 720p at 735 kilobits per second, compared to the original, which is at 1080p and at about 2 megabytes per second. And that's how you deploy Docker containers. Let me know what you think about this deploy method, if there's any changes you want to see. We're always eager for user feedback. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time.